Are you dreaming of bringing your family together in the United States, but worried about endless delays and confusing immigration rules? What if I told you USCIS is rolling out game-changing updates to the I-130 petition process starting September 2025 that could make or break your family's future? Stay tuned, because in the next few minutes, I'm revealing every critical detail you need to know to avoid costly mistakes and reunite with your loved ones faster. Don't miss this. Your family's American dream could depend on it. Hello, my dear lovely audience. Welcome back to the USA Immigration Pro News channel, your trusted source for the latest updates, analysis, and tips on United States immigration. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an important update. Today, we have breaking news that's going to affect thousands of families both inside and outside the United States. USCIS has announced important changes to the I-130 family-based petition process, and these changes are set to take effect starting September 2025. Whether you're a United States citizen, a green card holder, or someone waiting for a family petition to be processed, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Let's get into everything you need to know about what's changing, why it's changing, and how it might affect your immigration journey or that of your loved ones. So, what exactly is the I-130? For those who may not be fully familiar, the I-130 is the petition for alien relative. It's filed by a United States citizen or lawful permanent resident to help a family member get a green card. It's one of the most common forms submitted to USCIS, and it's often the very first step in bringing families together. Now, starting in September 2025, USCIS will implement a series of major policy and procedural changes to the I-130 process. These changes are being introduced to reduce backlogs, improve transparency, and make the overall family immigration system more efficient. But like any reform, there are pros and cons, and not every change will benefit everyone equally. Let's talk about the first major update. Digital processing will become mandatory for most I-130 petitions. Yes, that means paper applications will be mostly phased out. USCIS is moving toward a full digital filing system. As of September, most petitioners will be required to file their I-130 forms online through the official USCIS portal. This is part of a broader trend where USCIS is aiming to modernize its systems, reduce paperwork errors, and streamline communication with petitioners. For many, this will be a welcome change. The online system provides instant confirmation of receipt, faster updates, and a clear record of your submission. However, for some petitioners, especially those who are not tech-savvy or who lack reliable internet access, this could be a challenge. USCIS has stated that limited exceptions will be made for those who qualify for paper filing, but these will be rare and must be justified. The second big change is related to processing times. USCIS has announced that starting in September, they will be implementing priority processing tiers for I-130 petitions. What does this mean? Basically, USCIS will begin categorizing I-130 applications into different priority levels based on family relationship, the location of the beneficiary, and the current backlog for each visa category. Immediate relatives of U.S. citizens, such as spouses, unmarried children under 21, and parents, will continue to receive the highest priority. But now petitions for siblings and adult children of U.S. citizens or green card holders will fall into a newly defined extended family category, which may face longer wait times. USCIS claims that this new tier system will allow them to process more applications for immediate relatives faster and ultimately reunite more nuclear families in less time. That sounds great for spouses and children, but it may mean longer delays for brothers, sisters, and adult children, especially those in countries with already long wait times like Mexico, India, or the Philippines. Next, let's talk about a very important update that's going to impact processing locations. As part of this policy change, USCIS will begin centralizing I-130 processing into 4 major service centers, all of which are being restructured under the newly created Family Immigration Processing Division. This means that wherever you are in the United States, your I-130 petition will be processed based on your case type, not your physical location. For example, all petitions for spouses of U.S. citizens filed from within the U.S. might go to one center, while petitions for siblings living abroad might go to another. This change is designed to allow more specialized processing and reduce duplication across centers. The goal is to improve consistency in decision-making and cut down on processing times. However, during the transition period, there could be some confusion and temporary delays as cases are transferred between centers and staff are retrained. Another update we need to mention is automatic document cross-referencing. With the help of new AI and data management tools, USCIS will begin automatically linking related cases within their system. For example, if you've previously filed a petition for a spouse and are now filing for a child, the system will recognize the connection and flag it for the adjudicator. This should help speed up decision-making and reduce the need for repeated requests for evidence. But here's the catch. This will only work effectively if all your documents are properly labeled, consistent, and submitted digitally. So again, the shift toward online filing is playing a major role in how these reforms are going to be implemented. Now let's move on to another critical point: new interview requirements. Under the revised policy, more I-130 beneficiaries will be required to attend an in-person or video interview before approval, especially in cases where USCIS detects potential red flags, inconsistencies, or a lack of documentary evidence. This doesn't mean every I-130 petitioner will need an interview, but USCIS is expanding its authority to request one, and they're investing in more video interview infrastructure globally. So, what does this mean for you? If you're planning to submit an I-130 soon, make sure your application is complete, honest, and well documented from the start. The fewer questions USCIS has, the less likely you'll face delays or additional scrutiny. Before we wrap up, let's talk briefly about transition timelines. USCIS has said that while these changes go into effect officially in September 2025, they will begin rolling out training, system upgrades, and pilot programs as early as November 2024. So, if you plan to file an I-130 between now and early 2026, you may find yourself in the middle of this transition. If possible, speak to an immigration attorney or accredited representative to make sure your case is handled properly during this period. Mistakes made during this shift could cost you valuable time or even lead to denials. So, to summarize everything we've talked about, starting in September 2025, USCIS is making digital filing for I-130 petitions mandatory in most cases. A new priority tier system will affect how fast certain categories are processed. Processing will be centralized into 4 major hubs under a new division. Artificial intelligence will help USCIS automatically link related cases to reduce redundancy. Interview requirements may increase, especially in cases with red flags, and the rollout begins well before September, so early preparation is key. This is one of the biggest overhauls to the family-based immigration system in years, and it could make a huge difference in how fast and smoothly your case gets processed. That's all for today's update. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe to the USA Immigration Pro News channel for more updates just like this one. We'll be keeping a close eye on USCIS and reporting every new development to keep you informed and prepared.